Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm Dr. T. Our honorable guests and speakers from Karen, right? Karen from ViTrox, right? Karen will be going to talk a very interesting topic on real-time engineering, connecting data, visualizing insights, and proactive decision making, right? I think that this topic is suitable for many disciplines. I'll leave the detailed introduction to Karen. So let's not waste time on myself. So, Karen, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, Dr. Ang, and also the students. Welcome on board for today's talk on the real-time engineering, connecting data, visualizing insights, and proactive decision making. All right, when you look at this title itself, right, you will see, wow, how many topics that are we going to talk about? The first thing will be the real-time engineering. Of course, the second one will be connecting the data. And once you have your data, how do you actually visualize it so that you can understand the data and what the data is actually trying to tell you on what's happening or what's going to happen? And how do you actually proactively make your decision? So this is what the topic is going to be for today. And hopefully that if you have any questions, try to gather all your questions so that I can answer them towards the end of the presentations. All right. Okay, so when we talk about real-time engineering, a lot of things matters. But what are we talking about today is that in the fast-paced world, decision really rely on a immediate, accessible, and actionable insights. So this is very important because when you talk about the real world, that what's happening outside and so on, right? A lot of things that people want to make a decision an immediate base. So if these things doesn't really apply, there's no point of things happening, right? So if there is a delay, then there will be a lot of losses. So we want to eliminate all these costs. So that is why we are talking about real-time engineering, right? Okay, so real-time engineering actually bridges the gap between raw data and an impactful decisions. Okay, so you have lots of data, but if you don't really care about the data, you don't really know how to engage with the data and so on, there will not be any impacts. Okay, so if there is no impact, how do you make a decision? Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about later on, right? Why we are talking about real-time engineering, all right? Okay, when we talk about data, right, people always say, wow, the power of data integrations is very important. Okay, so without data, a lot of things will be meaningless, right? So seamlessly, when you gather the data from a lot of resources or sources, like you may have sensors, you may have some controllers, you have some edge computing that provides you some data, machineries, equipments, or even particular sensors, right? So all these components or equipments provides you with number of data. Okay, whether the data is useful 100% or only partially useful, it doesn't matter, all right? But as long as there is a data, that will be something insightful for you to make up a decision, okay? So you have to ensure that data quality, again, quality and the consistency in real time. So it's no point you collect some data and then you manipulate it, and then or even you gather it, you keep it for 1 week, then you put it into a database, and then only you do some decision making. That's already too late for you. So we are talking here about how to get your data on a real time basis, which means your machine is running, you gather the data, maybe in 1 second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds, depending on the cruciality of your environment. Even it can be a manufacturing, or it can be a process that you're talking about. Okay, so these are the areas that you need to identify how your data is going to be running for you on a real-time basis. So automation plays a big role when you talk about real time, right? So if things are it's been run by manual, of course you cannot expect the real time. So this is where automation plays a lot of roles into making it on a real time basis. I'll share in detail when I do a lot of case studies on this, all right? So ensure your quality of data has been taken care, and the consistency, that means you are transmitting data like every few minutes or every hour. So the transmission of data is also very important, right? And how do you actually create a unified platform for your analysis and the collaborations? Okay, in a typical manufacturing industries, you don't only operate one type of machines or one type of protocols or even one type of controllers or even one type of sensors, right? You have thousands of types of controllers, sensors, depending on your equipment and machineries. So this is a very good point where you cannot say you only collect certain components data, but you cannot collaborate with them. So it doesn't actually help you out. So creating a unified platform that enables you an analysis and collaboration of different sources of data, different types of data, actually plays a very important role in any industries or engineering. So this is also helping you to gather all this data, to combo everything and makes a proper decision makings on this area. All right. So you have to understand, in engineering or in manufacturing, this component of unified platform, it is very crucial. All right. Right. Now, you get to transform your data into clarity. What I mean transforming data into clarity is that you have ample of data. People will not understand your data when they look at a task, okay? So this text does not literally gives a clarity. People need to look at your picture. So what does the picture says? So this is where your analysis will work on and give you a visualizations. So if you look at this one, you have a lot of charts, bar chart, pie chart, and all that. So at one glance, at a look, you know what's happening. If you perform or if you present a raw data, do you think anyone would understand what you are trying to say? Definitely it's a no. So how do you actually make people understand clearly, straightforward, and it's easy, and for, of course, the real-time benefits. So that is why visualizations plays a lot of insightful understanding, making people to be more clear on what is being presented. So you have to use a lot of advanced visualizations tools to simplify the complex data sets. Okay, you have like thousands or even millions of data rows in your collections, but how do you actually present that? So this is where the visualizations comes into your era. Okay, so once you have all these things, then you have to enable the interactive dashboards and plus your predictive analysis. So I'm not going to talk about prescriptive, preventive. There's a lot of areas that we talk about preventions. Okay, so today we're going to talk about only predictive. So one thing only. So if you want to predict something and you want to prevent something before it happens, this is how you need to do a predictions. But if you don't have a data that is being analyzed, how do you do the predictions? Right? So predictive analysis is very important when you want to uphold the life cycle of certain parts, machines, or even a sensor. So why a lot of industries are very crucial, because each time an incident occur, it may cost them a huge amount of money. So how do we actually eliminate that before it takes up to a major disaster, right? For example, if you don't service your car, say about 1 year, do you think that will be making your car an overhaul? Definitely somewhere, some of the areas it will happen, right? Because it has not been maintained, the parts are not being taken care, so it will cost you more. So instead of you spending monthly about few hundreds, when an overhaul happen, you need to spend thousands. So do you want to spend hundreds or you want to spend thousands? This is how you need to predict your car. So why the car makers normally predicts, okay, after 3 months or after certain kilometers of your car running on the road, you need to maintain it. So this is what they predict. They predict that this particular black oil actually can last you for how many kilometers. That is the prediction. So I'm just giving you a very simple example that everybody goes through their life, right? So this is why the predictive analysis is very important when it comes to a business, all right? So, and then you also enhance the transparency and the accessibility of your critical information. Okay, so let's say in a manufacturing industry, people wants to know how much of manufacturings that's happening, how efficiency is your productions is going through. Let's say you have a KPI of manufacturing a certain products of 10,000 units. You can actually monitor by hour, by quarterly hours, or even by minutes how much of productions have actually you have achieved, or how much of success that you have done, or how do you actually decrease or increase based on the orders that you have taken in. So these are very much enhanced transparencies that you can go through. A lot of manufacturers, if you go or visitations to any factories, you will be able to see big screens or TVs that has been placed in the manufacturing area, where it will showcase those people who are working around there and to let them know what is actually happening around them. Okay, so by looking at these visualizations, they already understand whether things are happening as per planned or not. So this is how they can actually move on and plan themselves on their daily routine jobs. Okay, so this is how data actually helps you out into a lot of clarities. Okay. Okay, so when we come after we already have your data, we visualize, now we want to make a lot of proactive decision makings. Okay, so when you want to make a decision, you need to anticipate, right? Why you need to anticipate? Which means you identify your data and thereafter you analyze your data, and that's how you act. Very simple, right? You anticipate, you analyze, and you act. Simple job, right? And then you can know how do you actually employ an AI or even a machine learning to predict your future trends. Again, I'm telling you right just now, how do you actually predict how, when you have to maintain the certain equipments or run a special parts replacements and so on. This is the place where you predict the future trends. And not only that, in terms of business, how do you actually analyze the future trends? Which product is sellable? Which product is non-sellable? How can you enhance a new product? All these informations are actually helps you a lot to increase your business, to overcome a lot of challenges when you run your productions. So when you talk about the AI, I will share on the real case studies shortly on how AI actually helps a lot of industries. Okay. And how can you implement automated alerts for immediate responses? Okay, there's a lot of activities, incidents or actions are happening in a typical manufacturing industry, right? Or even some, we talk about healthcare. Healthcare also now are going towards AI, right? Even a lot of patients are being monitored into a certain areas where nurses do not have to walk around many times and check out on their patients. So all this data is being transmitted. Even they put in the oxygen readers and the temperature readers and everything. The data actually transmitted towards the desk of the nurses. So the nurse, one nurse actually can manage to overcome about 10 patients per check instead of going one by one. So similarly, in the manufacturing industries, we have thousands type of machines. For example, a particular industry, let's say you have about 200 machineries. How many engineers that actually you need per, let's say, per 10 units of machines, you might need one engineer. So when you talk about 200 machines, so you need a lot of engineers. But imagine if this particular engineers can manage almost about 20 to 30 machines from their desktop. Isn't that something nice, rather than these engineers or technicians walking around the floor to check out what's happening, and a lot of information they might be overlooked. All right, so that's why this alarming features is very important. Okay, I'll show you in the real case study how the alarm actually help out a lot of manufacturing industries. Okay, And how could you foster a culture of a data-driven and forward-thinking strategies? Okay, so we want to be smart, right? We don't want to be working so hard, but we want to be working smart. So this is the current trend. A lot of people, they don't want to be, putting a lot of stress into them, cannot sleep at night. People are calling you over the midnight, oh, this machine is down, oh, this particular part has burst, a lot of things. So you will have a lot of stress. So life has to be very balanced, right? So to make it a balance, we want to foster this culture of data driven and also someone that they can think for the future with a proper strategies. Okay, so if you combine AI, machine learning together, you will have a peace of mind, because this particular training model will help you out to run, to cater, and to make a decision. All right, I'll share with you shortly how these things are happening. And of course, when you talk about, a lot of people would ask me, what are the benefits of real-time engineering? They're talking about real-time in few seconds, in few minutes, and all that, all right? Definitely, if there's no benefit, no one is going to look into it, right? So why we want to talk about the benefits of real-time engineering is, number one, you're going to improve your operational efficiency. This is very important, because if you can improve your operational efficiencies, you will get more business. When you got more business, of course, the company can able to take care of you more better, right? So the thing is, efficiency actually pays off, right? And how can you enhance your customer satisfaction? This is very important, because it's everything on a real time. You were able to take very good action, and of course, you can keep up your customer satisfaction, right? Because if you take a lot of time to improve, and then only the customer have to wait, the lead time, the waiting time, all these things will actually disappoint your customer, right? So customer satisfaction is very important in this current trend. So if you cannot uphold your customer satisfaction, definitely you're going to lose your business, right? So we don't want that to happen. So that's why we want to have this real-time engineering to improve or enhance your customer satisfaction. All right, and how can we minimize risk? Okay, so you see, we cannot eliminate risk, but we try to minimize your risk through a predictive insights, right? Okay, sometimes things happen. It's not in our hands, but you can minimize it. Okay, you can reduce it. So how do you reduce it? Because you already know this particular parts or this particular components will actually last you for about 3 years to 5 years. So towards the end of that 3 years or 5 years, it will give you an alarm, so that even you have a new replacement, new staff, or this staff doesn't know when this part exactly has been replaced, all these issues can be eliminated, because you automate all this information, and the prediction will definitely give you the answer. So whoever is taking care of that particular equipment or component, they actually able to provide you in real time answers for this. So if, let's say, the time has come to change that particular part, it will definitely give you a alarm notification on this matter. Okay, and of course, when it comes to market on the new innovative items and new innovations and so on, you can have a faster time to market for a new innovations. How do you do that? Or how do you initiate a new product? Because you already have your data, you know what is going on. Like how, for example, certain retailers, they come up with a new type of food. Like, for example, McDonald's, right? McDonald's, they used to have, during Hari Raya, they have a special meal. During Chinese New Year, they have like prosperity meals and so on, right? So how do they actually, over the night, they can market this to the peoples, to attract people with new initiative, to new type of product. Wow, they will be like, wow, Chinese New Year, oh, we have this. Oh, Hari Raya, we have this, all those things. So this is what you can make a decision on the faster time. So some even give you buy one, free one. Then they give you the time from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. You can have buy one free one, because they know this is the lunchtime and people always go out to get things and all that. So this is the attraction time that people will see. So based on what they do, based on the time, based on the people engagement during that time, so they give you this kind of marketing strategies to extract people to come and buy the product. So similarly in production, even like you have now, they're promoting about Tesla, they're promoting about iPhone 16s, iPhone 15s and all that. What they have different models coming up in a very near market trends and so on. So this is how they predict your initiatives. Okay, so it's just to give you some examples on that. Okay, so thereafter now I'm going to share to you some of the case studies or examples that ViTrox itself, under ViTrox Technologies, that we have done with our customers. Of course, we can't share everything, but those are shareable with the permits of our customers. I'm going to showcase to you how we have done a lot of automation, digitalization, predictive maintenance for our customers, and also for ourselves itself in ViTrox, because ViTrox is also a machine maker when it comes to vision inspection, right? Okay, so now we have a real world application. Okay, I'm going to give you a brief overview of a lot of successful implementations in industries like manufacturing, because we are tackling a lot of manufacturers. We're helping out a lot of manufacturers, not only the bigger big players, SMEs, industries inclusively. All right, and how actually these highlights are measurable for their outcome, such as like cost savings or even improved KPIs. Okay. Okay, if you someone that who understands about Industry 4.0, okay, there are actually 11 pillars when we eliminate or sorry, when we talk about the Industry 4.0. Okay, so these are the 11 pillars. And of course, when you want to kickstart on automation or digitalization, you have to start small. So you have to identify where are the key areas that you want to start, and then you identify that, then you go for it. Like for example, you want to do some big data analysis first. Okay, try to find out how do you actually can extract data and so on. Okay, so that's how you start. So let's say future we want to move on into AI. So what are the key elements that you want to use AI into identifying certain improvements, or how do you automate certain processes and so on. Okay, so enabling technologies into this area is very important. Okay, if you see this, the classes that we have shown here is actually to identify how technologies actually give a lot of enhancement in this current market, especially in Malaysian manufacturing industries. Okay. Okay, in ViTrox, we actually have a product where we call it as V1. V1 is actually a big data analysis platform that has been developed, designed, and has been used 100% in our manufacturing. Not only manufacturing, we use this to analyze our trainings, our HR, our procurement, our planners, our cost intelligence, and many more. Okay, we have 3 stages in this particular V1 product, which is connect, visualize, proact. Of course, we have AI into certain components where it helps out a lot of manufacturing industries to identify with the latest training models, depending on their products and also their processes. And of course, we talk about digital twin, but in Malaysia, when we talk about digital twin, it is still something new. A lot of people are still in the exploration mode. Okay, so this is what we use. And we also do a lot of analysis using AI analytics. Okay, later on, I will share you more. Okay, how does V1 works? Very simple. You have seen these machines. There's a lot of machines giving you a lot of data. We will actually extract all these data using certain protocols depending on your industry. Let's say you are manufacturing of injection molding, or you're manufacturing some rubbers or steels, or even an F&B or even semiconductor products, yes, we will understand your machines, what are the protocols or even a sensor that you have, and how do we actually extract the data. We extract all the data, we centralize it, we put it in a particular centralized database or even in the cloud. Okay, so we push everything, we will collect. That is why the connectivity is very important. Understanding how to connect to your equipment is number one. Because if you don't know how to connect, if you don't know how to extract the data, then you cannot step into the second one, which is the visualization. Okay, so once you have all this data, you understand your data, you eliminate all the structuring of your data, which is needed, which is crucial, which is not least important and all that, then you will try to visualize. When you visualize, you see a lot of informations. Then thereafter, you can do a lot of proactive actions over here. Okay, so this is how, very simple step. It's not something very difficult to do, but it's a very simple step. So this is what the market actually looking forward in order the talents, or when you go to your working environment, you are understandable on what is this required. This is a very basic requirement that the industry is expecting the new talents or even a new employee that's joining them. They already know these steps. Okay, so it's very important, yeah. Okay, so first thing, when I want to make you all understand, when you talk about connectivity, this has few components that you need to understand. What are those components? Is that which are your sensors? Like what I've shown in this picture, you have your controllers, you even have a tower light system, even you can extract from the tower light system to identify whether you, let's say you have about 200 machines in the floor of your manufacturing, but you want to know which machine is running, which machine is the ideal, or which one is stopped. And you can even identify with a lot of reasons. Let's say the machine is stopped. Why it is stopped? Is it having some issues, technical issues, or it is madly stopped because of no production? You know, all these things you can identify. So as a business owner, I always like to know, how is my productivity of my machineries? Is it being fully utilized, underutilized, you know, or is that always a problem? You know, if I want to put in a purchase of a new machineries and all that, this kind of data actually help you out. All right, to justify, to tell the upper management or to tell the business owner, hey, look, you need a new machine because this particular machine has given you a lot of issues for the past 1 year or 2 years. So how do you prove it to this top management? Your data, right? So the data actually helps you out to analyze and to tell them to make a decision whether you want to keep up this machine or to give away. All right, so that's why it's very important. So it doesn't matter, even a legacy machine will be able to give you some data. Even they don't have a data set that they can provide from the machines. We do have machines like 30 years old in the market, even 40 years old in the market, they don't provide any data. But what we do is that we want to help the manufacturer. We put up this tower light into the machines and thereafter we collect. At least we can give them this particular information to the business owner to make some decisions, right? And then after, once you have this, you have machine protocols. Okay, there's a lot of industries, they are using MQTT, they are using OPC UA. So it depends. Let's say you are in the semiconductor industry, they normally use MQTT or OPC UAs and so on. Let's say you are in a different industry, injection moldings or F&B, there might be some other protocols that we're using. So these are a sample of protocols that we use. And thereafter, you want to have this connection for the data transmission, because some of the areas, they don't provide the infrastructures for you to do a transmit of data. So transmit of data is very important, whether you want to make a real time or about 1 hour or about after a day. So your infrastructure, your connectivity, your Wi-Fi, your internet is very important. You cannot say you want something on a real time, but if your infrastructure is not there, is no point, right? So that is why we emphasize on a very good infrastructure that can transmit your data according to your need. Okay, and also the speed is very important. So these are some of the areas that we actually provide our customers in between the softwares, which is whether you want to plug your data into a certain server, maybe using a SQL and so on, or you want to push it to the cloud, depending on customers. Okay, so the picture down here, you can see, right? Similarly, to just showcase how the machineries look alike in a project full of a complete line, and how actually we tolerate in extracting the data. Okay, so this is another part that I can show you in a different angle of understanding from how we collect it and how do we turn it and how do you actually push it to the cloud or even on a edge. All right. Okay, so once you have already talked about the very basic terms, now we have a lot of data source and then we have machine protocols, right? So for our product, we actually make it a very open platform where we allow a lot of data sources to be combining together and also a type of machine protocols that can work on our system. Okay, so a lot of times customers are very happy because this particular thing able to help them instead of a lot of times they get things to do it by the software provider. Okay, just to give you a overview of how does the interactive dashboard look like. All right, if you look at this one, we have a pie chart, we have bar chart, we have line chart, there's multiple angles. So a lot of our customers actually go through this particular dashboards and mainly at their manufacturing floor or even from their floor managers from the desk, they can accessible even from their mobile app. Okay, they can also see what is actually happening in between this. Okay, so just to give you an example, these are very, very simple dashboards that we have provided for our customers. Okay, so you can actually choose and then create your own. The flexibility actually is given to our customer because only customer know how they will understand or even their people will understand by using which type of charts. So that is why we don't create it for our customers. We get our customers to create based on their needs, based on their understanding, which we believe that it will be more efficient. All right. Sorry, I ran over again. Okay, so this is particularly shows how simple and how easy it's that to create a dashboard. Like it's just drag and drop options. Yeah, you already have this. You see, you have to just link it to the data source and you just have to create what you have to choose what type of information you want and definitely it will immediately give you the chart. So this is how in the industry people are looking forward on a real-time basis immediately. All right, and on a very good understanding. Okay, the clarity. And yeah, this is another one. You can also put in some floor map. Okay, these are some of the areas on how efficient is your machine giving you also is very important. Okay, so a lot of times these are very, very, I could say very simple one. We have a very nice and very interactive, real lifetime kind of floor maps that we can use, but I can't share it here. Yeah, hello? Someone trying to say something?
Mm, I don't think anybody has. That's they accidentally opened the mic for me.
Okay, okay. All right, so
Please
I
carry
will,
on.
I'll carry on.
Yes.
Okay, so we talk about a lot of informations, we have data attractions, then we have visualization, and then we have proactive actions and all that. We in V1 we also have our embedded AI system into it, where a lot of times when we already have the model trainings, we will immediately provide you those dashboards or those workflows inclusive of AI. All right. So that means they already read through, they already go through the trend and they already understand. So now with the AI, they will able to give you more accurate and appropriate action takings. Okay. So that is why we embedded AI into our system so that this particular software are able to provide you with more accuracy. All right. Apart from the AI, we also have ticketing system where we want to manage, we want to track and trace all those informations that has been assigned to a certain particular person, whereby we want to know, for example, a particular machine is down and we want to assign a particular engineer to go and look at it and then update us what exactly has taken place, why was the incident happened, and what has been done. Okay, majority of the industry, if we have gone through, we have seen that is normally on papers, right? And at times the papers go missing and you don't know what happened, how long it took for you to replace the certain parts, or what has actually taken place. There's no one to track and trace. So at the end of the day, what exactly has happened, no one knows unless you find the paper which is missing. So to eliminate all these issues and to understand better the frequency of incidents and what are the things has actually taken place, we has actually come out with this ticketing platform where you can create, the customer actually can create the tickets and assign to the particular PICs. And when the particular PIC receive this, even in their mobile apps, they can immediately go to the particular area or process or machines and take action. So when they take action, immediately they can update through their mobile app or even through their application on what has happened, how long they've taken, and what are the activities they can update. So once they update on a real-time basis, a lot of the information is visible to everyone. So at any time, anyone can go in and see why this ticket is open, what happened, and the end of the month, if you want to make an analysis of your equipment or even your processes, you will have this data to help you out to understand better and to make a decision based on this particular data. Okay, so a lot of times machines can provide you with a lot of data, but on an ad hoc basis, you may have certain issues arises which does not come from your machine. Okay, so these tickets actually got two types. One is you can automate based on your processes or procedures that you run on a daily production manner, or you can make it as in a manual when you have an ad hoc issues or incidents. All right, so this is how mainly a lot of SMEs make decisions. All right, then we have this workflow. This workflow actually can help you out to automate a lot of manual processes in automated process. Okay, so for example, you put some input. Let's say this particular machine, the temperature should not be under the threshold of 35 degrees Celsius, but now it has gone to 37. So if it, before going to 37, before it's going to reach 35 point something, you can actually start to trigger. Okay, that is the process that you can draw out here. That means you can define what is your acceptable threshold or non-acceptable threshold, and thereafter you can actually create an action item. In this manner, you can eliminate a lot of unwanted issues happening. Okay, most of the time, a lot of people wait until the incident take over. Okay, so once after the incident take over, it will be too late for you to take proper actions already, right? So these are very good examples that I can share, because a lot of time people have major costing when they can only take action after something has happened. So that is too late. So you need maybe the part which the damaged part may have caused the whole machine cannot be run. So we don't want that to happen. So to eliminate that, a lot of processes need to be there. And in between the processes, you need to automate this area. Okay. This is a very simple step on creating the workflow. But of course, you have a very crucial type of workflows that you can create. It's just a drag and drop, and you can actually set the parameters on what are the actions, and you can have multiple parameters in between this workflow. Okay, a lot of time, a lot of manufacturers has benefited a lot using this workflow, because most of the time they do it manually. Okay, but with this workflow, they can eliminate a lot of manual processes. Okay, they can eliminate a lot of manual processes, and it must easier for them to run day-to-day routine jobs because they don't have to do manual things anymore. And this particular workflow actually gives them a lot of information where not only in terms of actions, in terms of collecting the data also. Okay, so if you look at this particular line of machines, this is our machine that we have in ViTrox itself. We run it for our own production, and this is how the process actually goes through. So a lot of time you don't see people near the machines because without people, we already know whether the machine is running, how good the machine is running from the data that has been visualized, and of course on a real time. Okay. All right, so once you have the AI, now we have the machine learning models. All right, and this is a part of very good examples where we have counter all those problems that a lot of machines actually give issues to our manufacturers. So machine learning is very important because when you don't understand, especially engineers that deals with a lot of machines, this is very crucial for you. Okay, a lot of time you might think, oh, machine learning, what is machine learning? I'm not aware about machine learning. What does it actually does and this and that. Okay, but if you want to really understand not only how the machine, what is the machine used for, how it works, what are the manuals, and what is the purpose, and so on. But how can you understand more deeper? Okay, more deeper about your machine, you need to understand what is machine learning all about and how it can actually benefit you and how you can be smarter with these machine learning models. Okay, I will not talk very deep because machine learning actually has a very deeper understanding. So, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of understanding what machine learning is all about, how important it is, and how it can be a role play for you in the future. Okay, this is one of the areas where we have embedded AI workflow with the machine learning models. Okay, if you can see from this workflow, it has been already embedded with AI and also machine learning together so that it is a complete process of your machine. Okay, so we call it as smart intelligent solutions. It's already been here. So you don't have to be working hard. You can work smart already. All right. If you see the all those flows is actually given you a very good smart worker. All right. If you want to be a smart worker, you have to comply with this thing. Okay, so you know what is your data source about, and then you know how you can replace the missing parts, and then how you can change the types, and you also know how to run the data itself. Okay. Okay, so moving forward from all those basic stuff that I shared to you just now, right? So we also have this digital journey where we talk about digital intelligence, all right? Of course, it is going to be talking about data, right? So if you see, we have these three components, okay? You might be thinking, why digitalization, and digital transformation? There are actually three different steps, okay? So one is digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Okay, one first thing is like, how do you actually understand what are the areas that you can digitize? Okay, and of course, moving forward, you have the digitalization, how you can do a lot of stuff that doesn't require manual processes, and how do you transform that into a digital transformation? Okay, but this is similarly a simple understanding how the journey can be. All right, before you can start your digitalizations. Okay, in ViTrox, we have this manufacturing intelligence solutions, which is by V1 also. So if you look at this chart, this is our command center cockpit. If you have been here, you would have seen that how ViTrox actually monitors, tracks, and traces a lot of activities within the campus in terms from energy saving, in terms of parkings, in terms of a lot of other areas that we can monitor from here. Okay, so this is very important to have it in any companies Doesn't matter whether you are a manufacturer or a simple companies like what you have mentioned before. All right. So this is how we will actually connect, and then we will visualize. And thereafter, how do we visualize? We're using a few components that is we have created by our own also in ViTrox. And then how do we actually proact based on a lot of AI anomalies detections or AI process optimizations and so on. Okay, AI is a very huge thing that we can talk about, but I will not be talking very in depth. I'll just share with you in a very preliminary terms, yeah. And how actually we partner with a lot of sensors, providers, system integrators, and also automation people in the market to turn a lot of factories into an intelligent factory. Okay. So before we can actually share our experience, we have to do it. So that is why in ViTrox, we always say walk the talk. Okay, so we will walk the talk. That means we do it and then we share it to others so that they know how they can move on. Right. So of course, the machine utilization, we have job on demand, and then we have cost intelligence for our manual and also automated machines. Okay, why I pick up these three areas? Because we find it that these are the very crucial and most attractive areas for any manufacturers. Okay. Okay. When you go into manufacturing, yeah, you need to understand. First thing is you need to have their problem statements. Okay, across any manufacturing industry. So you must understand what is their pains. Okay. So number one, a lot of manufacturers having is manual. They always have manual, manual, and manual. Okay. How do we actually turn them
I'm
into?
losing your voice, Karen.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I'm losing your voice. There's a partially loss on your voice.
Can you hear me?
Now it's clear now. It's clear now.
Clear now. Okay. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Okay. So manual, manual, and manual. So all the times we are suffering from manuals, right? And we want to eliminate it. So we want to increase it. All right. How do we do a lot of automations and also digitalizations? All right. And of course, we have insufficient tools. For example, like they don't have a proper tools for them to do analytics, analyses, and all those other areas. Okay. And of course, delayed visibility, like they don't have a real-time visibility on what's happening in their manufacturing. So that is why they say delayed visibility, so that they cannot take any actions on a real time. Poor quality and high rejects. You see, if they don't know how many components or how many productions are a good quality productions or is it rejected. So they need to have a real-time update. So how do they have the real-time updates? The transmission of the data on a real-time basis, right? And of course, the repeated problem occurrence, okay? Because there's no data to identify this. So that's why they have a repeated problem occurrence. And of course, talent loss due to frustration. If you go into a company that it does a lot of things on manual, doesn't have a proper processes, doesn't have any tools, all those areas, which is number 1 to 5, somewhere or other, you will feel the frustration and you will look forward towards a very smart company or smart manufacturing company. Okay, we are human beings, right? So we want to work smart. We don't want to work with the old methodologies or technologies, right? Because the world is moving into very, very high-end technologies. So that is where a lot of talents will be lost over there. Okay, so to understand this, there are a lot of goals this manufacturer set. Of course, to increase the yield. That's how they can increase their business. And how they can increase the productivity. They can increase their business. And to work smart, how they can actually automate a lot of notifications. Okay, and how they can get instant information on the spot. Instant. Okay, that's like real-time engineering. Okay, and how they can showcase their customers and visitors how their productions or their manufacturing is ongoing on a real-time basis. Okay, let's say I'm giving you a project. I want you to manufacture about 1 million of products. And of course, I want to monitor how are you keeping up with my orders, right? As a customer, right? So I want to see. So how do you showcase to these customers? Data. again. All right. So this is very important. And of course, you want to have your employees with a happy working environment. So how do you do that? By having a lot of automated, a lot of good processes, procedures, your happy employee will be staying with you. Okay. That's how you keep up, right? So always remember, yeah, these are the main problem statements that we have across a lot of manufacturing industries. Okay, so if you are going in and as an engineer, you don't go in and you don't identify all these things, you're not going far. All right. So how does this process actually take part? Again, the model that we use in this digital intelligence. Yeah, so we will do part by part and understand. Again, remember, we have this job intelligence and then we have digital transformation and how exactly it turns to a cost intelligence. All right. Okay, in V1, we have this digital intelligence model. The first one, we call it as utilization intelligence. Okay, these are our own products. For your information, these are our own products where we call it V1 Must. We use these for utilization intelligence. And we have a demo for job intelligence. I will explain to you what are these products and why we created this. Okay, you can be an innovative engineer in the future because when you understand the problem statements from your customer, you'll be able to create something that can help them out. So exactly this is what we do in V1 because when we consult our customers, we understand their problem statements and we want to know what is their goal to achieve. Then we will create this product for them. So that is why we have come up with these three models, inclusive of the cost intelligence also. So when we talk about the utilization intelligence, V1 Mars is here to help you out. So what does V1 Mars does is it is a versatile and also smart connectivity because many times when you want to connect it to a certain product or certain equipment in the manufacturing industry, you have a lot of protocols. Some machineries, they will have a lot of restrictions. Oh, you cannot apply or you cannot connect it to this particular protocols. You cannot do that. There's a lot of restriction because these machines are very expensive. It can be 500,000 and above. Okay, so they will have their own protocols, but you can use an API to connect it, but that will give you a lot of cost. All right, minimum cost that a lot of manufacturing has been identifying with is around 3,000 to 5,000 per machine. So if you talk about 200 machines in your production line or manufacturing line, that is going to be a huge cost. So we want to help you out by eliminating that costs, give you a very good information. That's what we come up with the V1 Must for your connectivity. All right. So these are some of the problem statements that we can achieve on the V1 Must. You see, manual. Okay, now manual is already out. And then delay visibility is been solved. You see, there's two things that we have solved based on that one particular product that we have created. And of course, what are the goals that you can achieve? You are able to automate your notification. You're able to get instant information. All right. And of course, you're able to showcase your customers and your visitors. You see, you solve two pain points, but you achieve three goals. So this is how you're going to do it. All right. In the future. All right, so these are the key benefits of our V1 Must. I will not talk more about this, but I just want to share because every product has to have a benefit to its customers, right? Okay, so this is apart from how actually you can make your data onto a storytelling. Okay, by looking at this particular presentation slides, you'll be able to know how the data has been scattered all over. Right? For example, you have a data from a machine, but you don't know how to filter, structure, or arrange the data based on what is the requirement or based on your understanding that this particular data will able to give you a lot of insightful or actionable insights. Okay, so that you will arrange it, you sort it out, the data. Once you sort it out, then you can able to visualize it. All right. After you already visualize it, then you know how do you actually going to be um, predict, or how do you present that data accordingly. Okay. After you present, then you will know how you can do the storytelling to the top management or to your customers on what you have taken in, on what you understand, and how do you actually going to tackle the issues or what. All right. So this storytelling is very, very important. All right. So no matter if you are an engineer or you are a person that is dealing with some components later on when you start working and all that, you need to understand this. This is very important. So that is why I always tell a lot of my students that storytelling into a certain presentation is very important. Okay. So after the storytellings, I just want to share you, these are the common protocols that we are engaging for the manufacturing industries. Maybe some might be new, some is not new, so you can just glance through this. All right, so when you connect to the AIoT cloud, the beauty part of our AIoT cloud is that we have already provided all this to our customer. So you don't have to do a lot of configurations, a lot of information that you need to upload, download, no need. So we know that majority of all these components are being used by manufacturers. So we already put everything inside. So you just have to click it and you can start off. So that is the most important because we are using the AI. So the AI already know what to do with this particular components that is being pre-installed for our customers. Okay. And we also have some program transfer kind of mini application that is also available in our V1 Mass, so that this makes simple and easier for our customers to integrate. All right. So these are some of the products that what does it do and what are the components that it has. Okay. And some of you may be interested if you're doing a research or if you're doing some studies on how to create certain components. Yeah, this might be something that can innovate your mind. Right. Okay, so if you look at this one, this is at our precision engineering, how we actually connect all our systems and our machineries, and then we project it in this particular screen TV at the manufacturing floor itself. So let's say our visitors or our customers comes in, or even the workers around, the managers, they can just look at this particular TV screen and understand what is actually going on into the whole manufacturing field. All right, this is just to give you an example of our customer that is been doing the precision engineering. Okay, so immediately you can also screen through what are the areas, even machine utilization, or even the yield and so on. All right, so, and also of course the preventive maintenances inclusively. Okay, not only about monitoring, tracking and tracing, but we also provide the preventive manufacturings and also maintenances inclusively. So at any time, you know, you look at the machines, you know when and where to do things. All right, so these are some of the areas that you can see. OEE. OEE stands for Overall Equipment Efficiency Status. So this is where we will know whether your machines is fully utilized, underutilized, you know, how much of space that you have that you can bring in more business or what, or more orders. All right, so this is just to showcase lah. And how do you actually achieve the KPI? KPI is actually a key performance index, which is measured by the management on overall, and is very important for day-to-day business updates. Okay, and of course quality management, because not every product has to have its qualities. So quality is also a crucial thing that we want to manage. So depending on each and every customer, what are the areas that they want to do inspections. Okay. So now coming about, you already know what is utilization intelligence. Now we have job intelligence. All right. So in engineering, every day there has a job. So how do you actually assign the job, or how do you actually design the job to be given to each production or even the lines according to your daily processes and procedures, right? So this particular area, this is something that we develop, and you won't believe that this has been developed by our engineers. They are actually software engineers, they are not hardware engineers, but when they understand our customers' pain points, they actually created this to our customer, all right, to eliminate their job intelligence. So this is about the product, and using that particular job intelligence product, we actually again fulfill the pains of manual, delayed, and repeated problem occurrence. All right, you see, we have managed to overcome 3 issues here, and we also achieve the goals of increased productivity. We have instant information, and we have also satisfied employees. You see, there's always a gain and returns. So this was the main problems, because there's a lot of times that manual distribution, we give them job orders on a paper, whether it's trackable or traceable, no one knows, right? So now we have replaced it with the operators scan in and scan out processes. All right. So then they have a lot of issues also. So how do they actually eliminate all these things? So who are the villains here? Do we know who is the villains here? Is it the people, the process, or the management? Okay, so you see again, these are the main pain points. Again, it's manual distribution of job sheets, all right? And then you have operators scan in, scan out. All this is manual. So how do we get rid of all these things? Is by connecting directly and creating all these job intelligence modules. Okay, so first thing of all, we create the job distribution on automated base. All right, and then the production process all being tracked. Then we have this production process tracking. So we will know how much of production has been happened and how things actually gone through. All right, and then we also have this classification inputs. Okay, why these classification inputs are very important? Because we know this particular product, how much of raw materials we need and how much of things that we can actually, get a lot of informations or whatever things that they can get rid of it, right? So we want to have all these informations, right? And all right. Thereafter, yeah, so this is the job intelligence modules that we want to achieve. Okay, so that is where we came out with this module. So if you see, you look at this information here, how exactly that the scheduling has actually happened. Okay, instead of paper flying all over, now we have made it digitalized. All right, so once they go to the screen, they look at the screen, they just have to click on the button, start, stop, or run. That's it. No more paper, no more writing on the papers and so on. And all this information is integrated with your machines together inclusively. All right. So of course, you can also do the job routing. Okay, let's say line 1 is clear, line 2 is not clear. So you know how to route your job. Okay, based on the lines and so on. And the distributions also. You can have the distribution in a very proper manner, very informative manner, and structured. Okay, so now you have a very good job distributions overall. Okay, so if you look at this is how it indicates, yeah. And yeah, this is apart from the job integration model that now the customer is happily using. They don't have papers anymore. Yeah, so this is how the homepage of the job intelligence models have looked. Those days you see the paper, right? Papers, everything they write, everything they do it. Someone sign it and then they take it, and then if it is missing, that's it. It's gone forever. But here, you'll be able to track, trace, and you know what's happening. All right? So it's more properly managed now. Okay, and you can also schedule the job list. Let's say you want to schedule it ahead of a week. You can also do this. You don't have to wait on a daily basis, right? So let's say you want to go for a holiday as a staff, as an employee, you have a peace of mind, right? So this is what we're trying to do it for you here. So last time you can also manual key in. Let's say you have a ad hoc jobs, you have additional business revenues or requests coming in. Yes, you can also do it on a manual basis. Okay, so this is how it looks like, the original job overview of job infos and also the work process in order. So you have work instructions all inclusively, the recipes, everything is there, so you can just kickstart it. Okay, and you can also input your 3D drawings of your manufacturing, what is required and all that into this particular demo. All right. So, and it also support multiple work instructions, drawings. So let's say you need to have integrations of two types of drawings or multiple actionable insights of two components. Yes, you can also do that. All right. So I'm just showing you about two types of multiple work instruction, but of course you can do more than that. All right. So this is the job intelligence module that we were talking about just now. And you can also do some downtime declarations, whether it's planned. So of course, there's a lot of time that you need to do planned maintenances. All right. So you can use it as in a planned maintenances that you know everyone is aware. Or if you have some downtime declaration, which is unplanned, something has happened somewhere, unwanted incidents or what, yeah, you can also do this. The job intelligence actually able to identify that. Okay, so this is the settings that you can do for your downtimes. Yeah, of course, you can put in your quality ratings inputs. Okay. Like just now, right? I said the customer qualities is very important. So you can also put in the ratings over here. And of course, your happiness index. Let's say, someone walks in and they want to know some happiness index and so on. Yes, you can also put it. You can use this component as in for the retailers also. Like, for example, right, people go in to a certain systems that they want to show their gratitudes on the food served, on the taste of the foods and all that, or the services. Yeah, they can also use this as in an ENPS system. All right, so now we are done with the job intelligence. Now we are going towards the cost intelligence. Okay, cost intelligence nowadays is getting a lot of attention, especially in the manufacturing industry. Why? Because we have a lot of issues of financial, right? Now you know that we have a certain criteria that we need to do cost cuttings. We need to eliminate the raw material rise of prices and so on, right? Then we have trade wars and this and that. So how do we actually keep up on our cost intelligence on day-to-day operation and costs, on the raw material costs, or on certain kind of components that we can eliminate the costs, all this, even time costs, how do you actually get rid of that? So this is very important. This particular software actually able to give you this cost intelligence. Yeah. So let's say in the future, you as an engineer, you want your management or the employer to invest into certain equipments. Okay, so how do you actually showcase to your management on this cost intelligence is very, very important. And then only they will buy off the idea whether they want to buy your equipment has been suggested or not. Okay, so for example, now you put in your user input interface, right? And then you can put in all those informations that is required based on the purchase or based on the cost that you receive. And this particular distribution of the cost intelligence will able to give you the elements of how things actually can be distributed. You see the dashboard itself already identified. So isn't that easy for you rather than you do a manual calculations on how you can actually do this costing, right? So this is what something beautiful that AI has actually pre-prepared for you, this platform on V1. Okay, this is another part of the segregations of the intelligent costing. Okay, you see the employee managerial dashboard. So as a manager, you want to manage all these components on how many percentage or you can save, in terms of all these areas, yes, you can also do that. And of course, you can do some individual employee scorecards. You can also use this under the cost, as I mentioned, right? It's not only about totally talking about the manufacturing, but people management. Yes, you can also use this for an individual employee scorecard. Okay. So that you can also know what is your KPI that you have met. Let's say you have a yearly KPI to achieve. Yeah, can be your scorecard system. All right, so now we come to the future of real-time engineering, right? So I have already showed you what are the benefits, what are the key components of the engineering when we talk about the real-time engineering. So how do we actually eliminate a lot of stuff when we also discuss, we also talk about the pain points, problem statements, and how actually we want to achieve certain goals based on the industry's requirements. All right. So now you need to drive the future with the real-time engineering, right? So now you already know what is real-time engineering, how, what are the tools available in the market. What I showed is only from ViTrox V1, but there's always a lot of other tools available in the market. So as a local and a local large company in Malaysia, we have done this beautiful platform that a lot of business industries and also schools that they can use to innovate and use it for the future. All right. So transform how organizations connect, visualize, and act on data. Okay, so this is all about on a real-time engineering. And of course, with this, you can embrace the approach to gain a competitive edge and drive innovation, right? So once you already know what are the steps, what are the benefits, how do you actually go into the market, and when you are in the market, how do you actually help out the industry to achieve certain components? Okay, so with that, I say thank you. So reach for your greatness in everything that you do or we do. All right, so I open for questions.
Yeah, thank you,
Uh,
Karen.
yeah,
Very informative, and I think ViTrox is developing a market icon toward a market icon. Uh,
okay,
I think everything in one apps, right?
okay.
Um, I think
Right, let me,
there are a few questions already posted on the
okay, let
chat
me
box.
unshare the screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
a few already posted on the chat box,
okay.
and also
Maybe you can
probably
read it out to me.
yeah.
So,
A few I posted, and if any question from the student, you can also voice it out, or you want to text it, or maybe there are a few researchers in the group as well. They're silent so far, but
okay,
of course, yeah, you can always share your opinion or voice it out, or maybe just text it, right? So
yeah.
the first question, I posed a number of questions on in the chat box. Right, I personally, I'm very interested in your job. I
Mm-hmm.
think that they are very informative. Right, the philosophy is the data science exploration analysis. Right, focusing on this real time. Right, real time.
Yes.
So I think the first question is that I think that you have been Vitrox has been focusing on manufacturing. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder the same thing is it possible? I mean, it's possible to apply on some others industries such as now IoT in agriculture or smart city sounds to be popular. Is it possible to be generalized into others applications?
Definitely, yes. For your information, Waitrox is, I could say, pioneer and
Yeah.
number one
Mm.
in terms of agri-tech technologies. We have about 40 acres of land
Uh-huh.
in Arakuda
Uh-huh.
where we are developing the technologies, the softwares
Uh-huh.
in terms of helping out all the farmers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds interesting.
we have a few machines that we have designed, and
Mhm.
we have also managed to sold it to three farmers in Cameron Highlands and also in Temelopahang.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So a
yeah.
lot of people wonder, oh, ViTrox have a farm? Yeah,
Ah,
we actually have a huge farm, about 40 acres.
that's good. That's good,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Uh, but so far that I think that the solution is comprehensive, right? So far,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
from V1, the comprehensive, and then I think they have a number of module probably could be cascaded into each other. I
Yeah.
just assume that it could be expanded or maybe could just opt to,
Actually, what I shared here is only three models, but we
yeah,
have more than that.
they get more than that, right?
Yeah, we
So
have more
so
than that.
my question is that just asking on the idea of the industry size, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the size of industry who is going to apply this thing? Is it suitable for all sizes of industries? Size, I mean do they, if they earn about the company earn about 300,000 K a year, is it possible to apply this kind of system?
Okay, it is possible for any industries except for oil and gas
Aside
because
oil and gas, right?
yeah, except for oil and gas because we are not expert into oil and gas because
Mm.
that nature of industry is totally different
Mhm.
and it has a very high end components and equipments
Yeah, yeah,
that nobody can play around with.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. And another hand is that we actually have a certain um, areas that we can play around for SMEs, for local large companies, or
Mhm,
even MNCs.
mhm,
Believe it or not, if you look at ViTrox profile in ViTrox
mhm.
website, our customers are worldwide.
Worldwide. You mean
Worldwide.
you mean your focus on Malaysia and others country as well?
Yes, worldwide. Our business is worldwide. So this particular platform V1 is actually has reached worldwide also.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Yeah, so
Probably
we
a bit.
cater the solution according to the customer. Let's say the customer only have about 5 machines, lesser than that, then we will encourage them to use cloud basis. Let's say this particular customer have more than 200 machines or 500 machines, and you must understand that the amount of information transmitting from each and every machines
Mm.
maybe more than zillions, I guess. So
Yeah,
you can't be putting everything in a cloud, right? It's
yeah,
impossible. So that is where we will engage them to do a lot of filtrations before they can just push it into their on edge or on premise servers like that.
yeah, yeah. Probably
Yeah.
ViTrox need to hire rent some sort of the what do you call data center to process all these things.
Yeah, we do have our cloud. That's where we will consult the customers and let
Yeah,
them
yeah,
know which one will be suitable and
yeah.
according to their cost also. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that the solution is comprehensive, right? From
Mm-hmm.
A almost A to Z, right? But
Okay.
now looking at this current market, they have a number of solution provider. They go from they goes to this solution on automation, also on this resources spanner, something like ERP, MRP, and some
Yes.
other customization solution either abroad or maybe even in Malaysia, there are company are doing this, right? But
Yes.
I wonder how when ViTrox going to make it into a integration and comprehensive solution in one umbrella. So
Okay.
yeah, how does ViTrox looking at this challenge?
Okay. If you just look at my chart just now, right, under
Yeah,
the command center cockpit, right, MES ERP is already in progress.
yeah.
We're actually developing that.
Mhm.
So sooner we will have the solutions to be delivered to our customers.
Oh, you mean ViTrox is going to kill your competitor because you have more information, but everything in one umbrella.
No, it's not killing others. We want to survive. We want to share the piece of cake, right? But
Yeah,
why we do this is that we want to dedicate for the particular industry, let's say for semiconductor
yeah,
or even the electronical areas and all that, because we want to cater something which is dedicated for this particular industry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems to now, it seems example that is seen is more on the precision engineering, right? Yeah,
Yeah, of course, we have more in terms of semiconductor and
yeah,
electronics. Yeah.
electronics, right? So
Yeah.
interesting, right? Any
Mhm.
question from the floor? Because I have a couple of questions before I take all the session. Is there any question from the floor, from student? I think once one of the student asked about this. One question about this. You have dashboard on IoT dashboard that is posting onto the internet, right? Is it possible to integrate with other service providers such as AWS, IoT, the Google? Is it proprietary to ViTrox?
Definitely, it will be proprietary with us. We are using actually AWS
Uh-huh.
for our cloud solutions.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
what the students can do is that if let's say they have a data source, right, then they
uh,
link it up.
uh,
No worries, they can use our platform because I think overall in the market, ours is the most affordable cloud platform that we are providing.
so ViTrox provide cloud platform. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is it free for academic
Okay, for
student?
academic, we do provide free solutions for academic because I think we have signed up a memorandum MOU with
Uh,
UTHM, I think
uh,
last year. Yeah, so yes, you do get the free account.
okay.
Yeah, as long
So,
as the students are the
uh,
still having the UTHM's email ID, yes, they
okay.
will have this free account.
Oh,
But
interesting.
they have to remember the limitation of the data storage will be not as huge as the customer's base. So if
Okay.
they are looking into doing a mega projects, then they have to subscribe for the paid account, which means the storage will be more on that.
Right.
Yeah, because I do have students that they are taking up some external for their customers. They are doing as in a project basis, so they want to use our platform. So this is the ideologically I've provided the students with.
Okay, interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
because so far we've seen a number of IoT platform. I just asking if is it possible that we promote ViTrox dashboard, right, among FKE, because we use a lot of IoT platforms so far. We
Yes, you
ex-
can.
we explore Arduino cloud
Mm,
IoT. We explore ThinkStick.
mm.
We explore roadnet, what do you call not rate, and then we
No rate, yeah.
explore this UV dot and Tago
Mm,
IO, a number of things. Now
yeah.
I think a number of exercise we also explore sort of this network servers such as TTN
Mm,
and Helium, right?
yep.
Before we get into the application server. So it
Mm,
might be a good idea if ViTrox could channel into academic that let us try it out the solution, and probably that could be an exercise because before the student join into ViTrox.
exactly. Yeah. This is one of the areas that I've actually do with the
Uh,
uh, Dr. Arif and also
oh,
another
Arifuddin, okay.
yeah,
Arif,
Arifuddin and also the other lecturers.
yeah.
So yeah, this program that we run it for 2 days and 3 days, where we will teach the students from A to Z on
Okay,
how to actually use the V1 platform with the AIoT, which is provided from Cytron.
okay.
Yeah.
Provided from Citron, right? I think
Yes. So
I saw this advertisement before, but
uh,
unfortunately I was occupied that time. But very interesting.
yeah.
Arifuddin, yes, provided by Arifuddin.
Yeah, so at least they have some knowledge on how to integrate the hardware into this software.
Yeah, interesting. Right?
Mm.
At least part of the picture, right? Part of the
Yeah,
whole solution. Then we
yeah,
are able to post the data online, right?
correct.
Okay, okay. But
Mhm.
I just wonder, right, Karen, so can you share with us, right,
Mm.
how attractive it is, right, for the need of real-time data monitoring in the market, right? Is it really need so far?
Oh, it's number one.
It's number one, right?
Number one,
Right.
yes. If you're
Every
talking about manufacturing, the moment you step in, this is what they want to know, especially their customers. Let's say they are doing outsource resources out to the certain manufacturers, right? For
uh,
example, we're talking about IKEA, for example, right?
okay,
IKEA gives a project to certain manufacturers to manufacture some chairs and so on, right? But they also need this real time dashboards to be showcasing to IKEA's management that they are on time to deliver.
okay, on
And
time
what
to
is their
deliver.
quality? Yes, and the quality that they have produced has been per their expectation or not. So this is something that they have to allow their customers to log in certain platforms and to check by themselves, rather than you give us a report and then you send it. They don't want that anymore.
Okay, okay. A delay, right? Where from
Yes.
top to bottom, bottom to top, but there's a lot of
Exactly.
delay.
So
Okay.
they, as a customer,
Mm.
they will also able to monitor on their
Yeah,
products.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not
It
only
sounds
the manufacturer.
it sounds good. It sounds good. Right, the
Yeah,
delay, we would want to avoid the delay.
exactly.
I,
This is also
mm,
applicable for semiconductor industries.
yeah, I seen
Yeah.
your solution, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
in the end of the solution, you have been stressing on this manufacturing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the company resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manufacturing company resources. I didn't
Okay.
see this sales end, right? Is it in development, or you miss something in the sales end?
Okay. Sales aim, you meaning reporting or in terms
Uh,
of orders?
let's say I'm the salesman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to meet my customer. I could give you
Mm-hmm.
my invoice or immediately
Mm-hmm.
on the spot of discussion. Is
Mm-hmm.
it something like this? I think I heard some
That
people talk about this.
mm-hmm. Yes, that will be under SAP or ERP or even
Yeah,
another
yeah.
solution.
It's ELP. There has ELP.
Yes, yes. So that's why I mentioned just now, right? We are
Mm,
developing now.
mm.
Most probably we could launch it after quarter 2 of next year.
Sounds good, right? Sounds good.
Yeah,
You're getting into a complete solution.
exactly.
So you need a lot of intelligence.
Yes, we need a lot of intelligence. That's why, as I shared at the
Uh,
beginning of this session, right? I think
uh,
the students wasn't in at that time.
yeah,
So, yeah, let me inform the students or whoever that is waiting to be graduated soon. If you're interested, we most welcome you all to apply in ViTrox, because we are looking forward for more talents, because we are expanding
yeah.
and we are growing.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
could you share with us? I think a lot of us right here in the audience are the final year student.
Mm-hmm.
What are the opportunities in ViTrox if they graduate, and how actually they could achieve you? How could they approach ViTrox?
Okay, in terms of job, we have a email ID and also a resume deposit box in
Yeah.
our website.
Okay.
They can actually drop in over there.
Or drop in, right? Just
Yeah,
drop in.
just
Okay.
yeah, just attach that and then dropping into that box. And of course, definitely, because we have been collaborating with many universities, then I will actually provide the uh, measurements so that the priority to be given to this particular university students,
Okay. Okay.
because they have gone through the program of V1.
I noticed on the website there's one ViTrox Academics. Can you tell us more
Okay,
about this academic?
ViTrox. All right, ViTrox Academic. Actually, the we are having programs. We are actually going to develop this as in for the TVET students, SLDN students,
Mhm.
and also diploma students. But that is more towards the machine learning, vision inspections, because our core expertise and also business is on vision inspection.
Where is the school? Is the academic is in Penang?
Yeah, same campus, campus 2, Penang, Batu Kawan.
Batu Kawan, right? Batu Kawan. So
Yes.
it's in the industrial park, right?
It's inside our campus. Now we have
It's,
campus 2 and
uh,
campus 3 side by side.
is it running now or active now? How many students they have?
We have about 160 students
Okay.
under the diploma courses.
How many program you have
We have 2 programs so far.
so far, right? I think
Yeah.
I hope to see more program, and
Yeah.
hopefully I could be one of your accreditation panel, because I'm the ETech panel.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
days, hopefully,
Yeah.
yes,
Sure. Sure. Why not? Why
I
not?
could contribute, or maybe I could be your trainer as well sometime.
Yes. We
One
most
those.
welcome.
Okay. Is there
Yeah.
any more questions regarding to the content, or any query from the floor before we end? Is now we have 12:30. 12:30. So far, I think most are quiet. Do I
Or
have any
was it?
questions?
Was it
Okay.
like
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
technical that people don't
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. Probably. Right.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. There's one query from myself, right? For myself,
Okay.
because I see that there's ViTrox has been providing this solution on the production, right, and sales, and that is more on this getting benefit, right,
Mm-hmm.
and gain to supporting the profit and gain to the company. What
Mm-hmm.
about this? Is the solution probably applicable to this OSHA, something like this? That is integrated in the system that because this is the managing app,
Correct.
right? Is it
Mm-hmm.
just a
As
query,
long,
right? Ah,
okay, as long as you have the data source,
yes.
you can visualize everything.
Yeah, because this is one of the inquiry by this.
Mm.
It's a
In
law. It's
fact,
not inquiry. It's a law, right?
yes, yes. We do have some ESG programs that we have run into the ratings and also those elements that we need to qualify, right?
Yeah,
So yes, the data has been actually visualized into our V1 platform.
yeah,
That's why we got a lot of informations insights from there, and that's how we act on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So in fact, our HR, we also use V1 in terms of updating the resumes, in terms of processing the ratio of taking up the talents, and so on. Yeah. So we use
yeah,
V1 also. In fact, in our legal,
ah,
yes, we will upload the legal documents and everything is done automatically.
yeah.
Approvals and all that. Even in our PD is people development, where a lot of people need to be going for training and all that. So we will put in all this data inside there, and certain times where we analyze this data, then we will know this particular staff needs what kind of trainings.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think one students asked about this. Do you have any suggestions for suggestion on a software to create dashboard? I think we talked about this before, right? There are a number of
Mhm.
IoT platform that you could use, right? They are
Yeah,
free.
you can actually
At some
use
extent, they
the,
are free, right? Mm. There are a lot of
yes,
them. There are a lot of them. Free.
yeah, even like Power BI, Tableaus, and all that. But one of the areas is that when you use our local software, right? Of
Ah.
course, the support will be there.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that one of
Mm.
the beautiful thing that
Ah.
ViTrox V1 can offer you.
Yeah, buatan Malaysia.
Ya, buatan Malaysia. So kita kena support buatan Malaysia lah.
Buatan Malaysia. Yeah, yeah. All the mentioned
Yes.
these things speak, right? Arduino Cloud and this Tago IO,
Yeah.
AWS IoT and Google, even the Chinese China service provider, they're all abroad, right? I think this is
Yeah.
the only thing that we heard, right, is Buatan Malaysia.
Mm.
So
In fact, our customer base, China is a huge, and they are
yeah,
also using our solutions.
yes, yes, nice,
Yeah. In
very
fact,
nice.
we have Flex India. They are
Yeah,
also using our solutions.
yes, yes,
Yeah, a lot of
so
people will
very
be
nice.
thinking, oh, India is a high tech, technology countries and all that. Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
also using our solutions.
yes, yeah, big country, they have a lot of
Uh,
talents, of course.
Indonesia,
Yeah,
Philippines. We have
yeah,
customers in Philippines just on board last June. They're very
yeah,
happy with our services. Yeah, this
yeah.
is how we grow.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
nice, so nice. Hope to
yeah.
see and collaborate you, so I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
because why I can share this experience, because before I took up the academia development, I
Uh-huh.
was as a business consultant for all these factories. So I go into the factory, I understand their processes, their pain points, and then I consult them what they need to do, and all that. So that's why, based on this experience, I can really, combine it and also deliver it as in academia development, so that the students already understand and know what to do when they step into their employability.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So there are a lot of work to do. There are a lot of partnership to and collaboration to do with machine makers, machine
Yes.
provider as well, and probably some others software houses. Yes,
Correct.
right, and business provider and consultant, of course. Okay,
Yes.
a
In
lot.
fact, I do have students from USM
Mm,
where they also develop together with us in
yeah,
terms of certain platforms that they think that is important. Yeah,
mm.
we also do that on a project basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think ada soalan lagi tak daripada kalangan pelajar atau penyelidik, ada tak? Yeah, I
Sila
think
bertanya.
tidak bertanya. Yes,
Ya.
ada soalan tak?
Saya sedia membantu.
Yes, sedia membantu.
Ya.
I think I see your V1 website, right? There's a login. There's a login for public or login for the customer.
That is for both. That means you need to register for the account.
Even I'm not your customer, I just want to register and use your dashboard. I need to
Ken,
register.
we give you 1 month free trial.
Free trial.
Yes.
Okay, probably I'll ask a request. Is it possible to share with us your link on this dashboard that is possible to use by the student later on? Probably I'll promote among the student.
Ken, I will share the special link. I will open up a special link,
Yeah.
except for the students who joined today, so
Uh,
that they can sign up and they
okay.
can use this account.
Okay, thank you very much. So
Yeah, but
far, I think
ensure that when you sign up, you use the UTHM email ID, your
yes,
student email ID.
of course, that is justified, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
I think
because they capture through your email ID.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
justified. Okay, I think there's no more question from the floor. We keep on the collaboration and contact Miss Karen.
Okay.
So thanks for your sharing and thanks for your willingness to share without we didn't pay you, but I'm sorry about this.
It's always my pleasure to help out the students because I feel that sharing knowledge on what we have
Yes,
is
I
very
love to. Right?
important.
Yeah, I'm learning
Yeah.
from you. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from all the lecture series. Right? I
I am
think I
still
learn.
learning actually. I'm still learning a lot of things, new things happening, and especially when it comes to AI now, right? Yeah, I'm seeing it, still learning. So we learn each other. That's how we grow.
Yes, I admit that I'm still learning on how to use this IoT platform and TTN.
Yeah.
Yeah, my students are doing this right on how to deploy it into the network servers and up to these application servers. So
Mm-hmm.
a number of technical challenges so far.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing with us. If there's no questions, oh, there's another one, right? Where
Oh,
is the
okay.
company based at? Can you tell
Oh,
us about
our sure. Our HQ is in Batu Kawan, Penang.
Batu Kawan, right? You go to
Yeah.
Prai, Batu Kawan, very near.
Siapa yang suka pergi IKEA dekat Batu Kawan, we are just opposite of Batu Kawan IKEA.
Okay, opposite of Batu Kawan IKEA.
IKEA.
Industrial state, right? Now it used to be fishing kampong, now very,
Yeah,
very,
huge. Now even
very
grown
huge,
very fast, rapid
very
growth.
fast, very rapid. Yes.
Yeah. You can see lots of MNCs, Lamb Research,
Yes.
Bosch, Robert Bosch,
Yeah.
Flex, everyone is there.
Yes.
Yeah,
A lot of company. It's called Northern Corridor, right? From
exactly.
Batu Kawan to Penang to this Kulim, right? Northern
Yeah,
Corridor.
yeah.
Yes. A lot
So,
of money.
yeah, so that, yeah, opportunities are a lot. Yeah,
Yes.
welcome.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
most of the students sometimes from JB, they want to leave their family. They don't want to come over here.
Yeah.
But not to say JB doesn't have opportunity. Yeah, we do have a lot of customers. JB, we have MyBrush, we have VC.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we have ST Micron. Yeah, we do have a lot of customers over there also.
Yeah. Yeah. More. Welcome to more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Karen. I think that's it for today. We
Yep.
go online and then I'll stop the videos.
All right, welcome, and I really appreciate for the opportunity, and I think I want to wish all the students all the best, and in your future undertakings, and always don't stop learning. Keep on; it's a journey.
Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right,
Okay,
thank
student,
you.
give applause to Miss Karen, right? Give applause, right? Thank you. Oh, before I forgot, can we take a group photos, right?
Yeah, can.
Yeah. Take good photos. Change it into tab. Yeah. Student researcher, could you switch on your cameras? I'll take some photos just for a recording purpose, right? Is it possible? Group photos.
Come, students, show your handsome and beautiful face.
Yeah. I see Daniel, I see Aham, I see Sikaban, I see myself, I see Afik. Heda, I see Hedawati is there. Hello, Heda. How are you? Hedawati is our researcher, right? It's researcher in UTHM FKE. And okay, a lot of not open the switch on the camera. Please switch on. I take some picture. Just to record, right? Okay, hold on. Give me some moment. Okay. Okay, Hafiz. Wah, satu kumpulan ya. Satu rumah. Hafiz. Satu rumah. Okay, another one. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much, student and researcher. Please do not forget to sign in the attendance. I already attached in Google Form this chat. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, Karen.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.